So, if, wow, what am I talking about? Hey guys, welcome back to CineChix. I'm Christina.
And I'm Jen, and today we are talking about the Netflix original I Care a Lot, which was written and directed by Jay Blakeson. What'd you think about it?
The movie was very meh for me. I think the premise was pretty interesting because you never think about it, about the fact that you can use a system that's supposed to protect the most vulnerable people to make money. Like, it never occurred to me that it would be possible that you can like steal their money. It never, like, none of that ever occurred to me. It never occurred to me how easy it would be to manipulate that system. So I thought that that was very interesting. Now, when it comes to all the other things that happened in the movie, like, a lot of it was pretty convenient. A lot of the characters handled situations that they've never been in pretty well, like extremely dangerous situations. I mean, I do like the premise of like she messed with the wrong one,
Right.
but at the same time, I just feel like this movie was more so supposed to be, but kind of like a commentary on like capitalism and how some women weaponize feminism and to not be better and to just be crappy, like be like, oh well, men can do it, so women should be able to do it too. And like, I feel like yes and no. Like, feminism is like, if men can do it, we should be able to do it, but like not to be crap,
Right.
not to be crappy people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it, I don't know. What did you think?
I totally agree. The main character had no redeeming qualities. Like, I did not care about her at all. I cared not a lot about her. She was a terrible human being. I didn't care when bad things were happening to her, especially because this movie, for the risks that they were taking, didn't take any risks. And there were moments and times where characters should have died or things should have like happened to them that they somehow conveniently get out of. And I think that it was a missed opportunity to actually take risks and actually make it a decent movie for what they were trying to go for, because I was really invested in the first like half of the movie and I cared about the old woman and the other people that she was screwing over. But then when the plot twists, it wasn't a fun twist, and I would have much rather this movie been her takedown by a family and by exploiting her for what she was and how terrible of a person she was. And it just felt like this movie was trying to be like two different movies, because the beginning of it was fine and then all of a sudden there's like a shootout and people are like shooting up an old folks home, and I'm like, what is this?
The mafia's involved, and it's just like
it was a lot. If you haven't seen the movie, skip ahead for this part because I'm about to say a spoiler.
danger.
The ending of this movie is literally the ending of Layer Cake, except the difference is in Layer Cake, the reason that it's a good ending for that is because we care about Daniel Craig's character and we care that he was trying to get out of this bad situation and he didn't like being a terrible person anymore. And in the end, he ends up getting murdered by someone that he had screwed over unknowingly in the past. And that's exactly what happens to this. And it's also the ending of Uncut Gems. And it's just like, this movie, it wasn't an original ending, and I didn't care about the ending. Her comeuppance should have come much earlier. And I know, like, probably just a commentary on capitalism in America and like how greedy we are, which, yes, America is super greedy, and this is actually happening to a lot of old people, and it's super messed up. And that's why I wish that it would have been a better movie, and that the way that they would have exposed this character, I think, should have been done differently. I saw a lot of reviews on this of people being upset of how bad the main character was, because they're like, we have a strong female character and you make her so evil, but we need more female bad people, but not that evil. You can't have it like both ways. And that's another thing about her character, is we know nothing about her actual life. Like, we don't know her past, or why she is the way she is, or how she got into being this type of character, which I know, like, you don't need that in a movie, but I think if they wanted us to care for her at all, which I didn't, then we would have needed at least pieces of like her past to know why she is the way she is, or why she hates men as much as she does. I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities.
I feel like that might have been an actual like choice of theirs to make it so that you don't care about her.
Maybe.
The only thing I cared about was at the end, I was thinking, like, if she does not die,
Yep.
if something bad does not happen, this movie is legit trash. Throw it out.
Yep. I was
Like,
thinking the same
that
thing.
was the only, I didn't care about her as a person, as a character, anything. The only thing I wanted was for her to get some type of comeuppance.
Yep.
And if that movie ended without it, I was going to be angry.
Same.
Like, I think maybe it was a creative choice that they made, that
Maybe
they
they
were
wanted
just
us
like
to be that, like,
to be so disgusted by her and disgusted by everybody involved, that you're just like, what are we doing as a society that we're letting crap like this happen?
yeah. And that's the thing, is like,
Huh.
even in so at the end of the movie, she gets her comeuppance, but she already built this insanely huge corporation to screw over
Based off
families
of what?
and
Yeah.
the old people. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so the damage is just gonna continue by somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was meh.
Yeah, it's a very meh movie. Like, the overall premise of the first half, anyway, the first act, was interesting, and I would have loved to see more. I think it definitely would have been a great conversation to bring up. We shouldn't be taking advantage of the most vulnerable people and profiting off of that.
Yeah.
It just falls flat.
Yeah.
And I think it falls flat because it was trying to be entertaining. It was trying to keep you engaged and
Right.
entertained by adding all these elements that would cause all this drama and action, and it was just like,
Yeah.
it didn't do it for me.
Do it. So I mean, if you guys want to watch it, it's on Netflix, but you're not missing anything if you don't.
No. Please be sure to like this video, share it with all your friends and family, leave a comment, let us know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with us, if you disagree with us. We always love hearing from you guys. Be sure to hit that little notification bell so you know every time we post new videos.
Until next time.